welcome to Las Vegas. Qualifying just getting started, 5 minutes to put down 2 laps. Fastest of your 2 laps will be your qualifying time. See Wes Parker in the 22 headed out on track. Parker was second fastest in our practice session. So we'll ride along with him through his warm-up lap and his first lap, see what he can put down. Other cars on track: Bill Rivard, Justin Wilkinson, Ethan Evers, Clint Roberts, Brandon Bikey, Hayden Lowell, Ian Montrose, and Will Spark, all out on track to make their time. Commissaire, merci for the follow. Merci, Bill. Suivez-moi. Parker gets his warm-up lap done, takes it down low down into turn number 1 and 2. Lets it drift up towards the wall on exit. Trying to use as little wheel input as possible. Heads down the Nellis straight, down into 3. It's a high entry in 3. I guess he's going to go for it on lap 2. First lap's coming in. Got Wilkinson at the top of the board. Something just broke. Eight cars cross the line so far. Bill Rivard, the top of those. Parker coming for his second lap. See what he can put down. Parker to the top of the charts with a 30.568. Just barely beats Bill Rivard with the 30.569. Hello, Asa. How's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're feeling well. Bill Rivard's second lap, not faster. Wife's yelling at the cat for breaking things. Jeremy Scherer coming across for his second lap. First lap of 30.026. Second one a 31.089. So no improvement for the 15. He will remain 11th. Cliver out on track. Trying to get an official time down. Looks like he's made contact with the outside wall. The right side of that car is very beat up. He's going to bring it to pit road, not even finished a lap. Mike Edwards going out for qualifying. Also have Travis Martin and Joel Munchell on track. Jump over to them. Travis just completed his second lap at 30.7. J-Munch completes his lap. Does not improve, so they will stay 4th and 5th. Edwards' first lap at 30.9 puts him 14th. See if he's able to improve on lap 2. Edwards comes across the line. Lap number 2, a 30.74. Move him up to the 7th spot for his qualifying. 13 cars put down a time. Edwards going to do a little burning out in the last 30 seconds. Show you J-Munch still out there practicing. J-Munch using some extra laps, extra qualifying time to get a little last second practice in. He's got some damage on that car. Now he's got some more damage on that car. Go fast and entertain Allmendinger. 13 cars choosing to take a qualifying time. Several cars opting not to take a qualifying time. Let's go, Rivard. Got a fan of the 10 car in here. Let's jump on our lineup cam. There's Bill. We'll let him fill in a little bit before we start running through the lineup.
Hi guys, welcome to Las Vegas. Time for 155 laps. Here we're going to have a halfway stage at the end of lap 77. That's the points, no caution. You guys are going to have 6 total sets of tires tonight. Be nice, play fair, let's have some fun.
That was short and simple. It was Mr. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, getting our pre-race speech in. Still waiting for,
Good luck, guys.
looks like 5-6 drivers to load in.
Good luck, everybody.
Clint, Mike, and Hayden still have not put on track.
Uh,
If we can get them to load in, we can start our lineup here. Mike wants to be a jerk. Make me take forever. Mike's the last one. There he goes. Alright. Here we go. What series runs tomorrow? Cup Series. Wes Parker is your pole sitter. Outside pole is Bill Rivard starting P2. Hayden Lowell starts in the 3rd spot, the number 5 CarQuest Chevy. Travis Martin, Mr. Ghostman Ford, rolls off P4. Jay Munch in the Arc-IO Toyota starts in 5th. Justin Wilkinson, the Rockstar Toyota, starting in the 6th spot. Mike Edwards rolling off 7th in the Fort Worth Screen Esports Toyota. The Monster Ford, Ian Montrose, starting in 8th. Will Sparks, Stanley Chevrolet, starts in the 9th spot. Brandon Bikey rolls off in the 10th spot. Clint Roberts, Cardinal Chevrolet, starts 11th. Ethan Evers, the Elite Performance Industries Fort Worth Screen Toyota, rolls off in the 12th spot. Jeremy Scher's ChevyLiner.com Chevrolet starts 13th. Zach Martinson, Lordco Chevy, starts in 14th. JR Deal's Little Caesars Toyota, starting in 15th. Got Cody Cleaver in the Blockbuster Ford, starting 16th. Mark Dingman, the Trading Authority card grading program on the 82 there. He'll be rolling off 17th. Daniel Wallen's Labor 12 Chevy starts in 18th. Nathan Lafayette, the Penguins Toyota, rolls off in the 9th spot. Jake Lawrence, Green Ranger 10/10 Toyota, starting in 20th. Scott Elston, the Traxxas Toyota, starts in 21st. Will Asherbrenner rolling off shotgun on the field in his Fort Worth Screen Esports Chevrolet. 22 cars taking the green flag here tonight. Wes Parker going to be leading them to that green flag. Drivers do have to wait all the way until the green flag flies on initial start. After that, they will have to go on lead. Here we go, getting set. 155 laps from Las Vegas. And we are underway. Wes Parker gets clear out to the lead. Bill Rivard fighting Hayden Lowell for second. Lowell then to the inside of Parker. Lowell wasting no time going for the race lead. That 5 car was shot out of a cannon going through 1 and 2. Hayden Lowell to the race lead. Wes Parker to second. Bill Rivard third. Yeah, you're going to like Sparks 45 there. Hayden Lowell looking back to the outside. Wes Parker trying to get back to the outside of Hayden Lowell. Battle for the lead is intense. Parker trying to get it back, looking to the bottom. Trying to get the nose of that Toyota under the Chevrolet of Hayden Lowell. See the fields fanning out behind. Parker does get to the inside of Hayden Lowell, going through 3 and 4. Tires big time an issue.
You keep that force field away from me, Will. No.
Here, Will Spark getting close to one of the other drivers. I believe that was Marchison. Travis Martin gets clear to second. Tucks in behind his Tense teammate. Those two out front. Wes Parker, Travis Martin. Hayden Lowell to third now. Bill Rivard. The outside of the 69 of Jay Munch. Then you got Justin Wilkinson, Mike Edwards, and Ian Montrose behind him. I believe early in the run, 63 is going to be kind of content to ride in second place. As I say that, he looks to the outside of Parker. Not as content as I thought he might be. Did he brush the wall there? If not, he got close. Travis Martin want to get a piece of the lead here. Maybe he'll try to get that lap led and then settle down. Don't think he got it that time. That was really close, though. Side by side for the race lead. Lap 5 of 155. This is what we have 150 laps to look forward to. Man, this is going to be crazy. Travis Martin clears to the race lead. Wes Parker sucks in behind. J Munch up to the 3rd spot. Bill Rivard currently P4. Following his painter through the field. Travis gets that lap led. Parker's 2nd. J Munch. Rivard, I believe Montrose just brushed the wall. The 2 machine. Side by side for the 4th spot. Justin Wilkinson, Bill Rivard. Wilkinson down low, Rivard up high. Rivard going to tuck in behind the 19, I believe, coming off the corner. Or decides not to. What do I know? I just know what I would do. Don't want to be up on the high side too long here. It will burn your tires up quicker. See Hayden Lowell's falling all the way back to the 7th spot. Up front, Martin and Parker doing battle for the race lead again. Parker wants it back. And now our top 5 cars, all part of 10 Cents. 10 Cents Racing Crew, holding down the top 5 in Las Vegas right now. Their fearless leader, Travis Martin, out front. Wes Parker and J Munch side by side for the 2nd spot. Martin running the higher groove, even though he was clear. It's a good push from J Munch. Still side by side for 2nd. Continuing to do battle for that 2nd spot. You also see the battle for the 5th spot. Mike Edwards, Justin Wilkinson battling back there. Field kind of single file behind that. Door to door, these 2 Toyotas going at it for the 2nd spot. Lap after lap, as most of the rest of the field is singled out. Wes Parker not giving up this fight. Ian Montrose gets up high in the number 2. Loses the spot to Ethan Evers. Looks like Clint Roberts going to try to follow Evers through. As these 2 are just putting on a show. Parker and Munchell side by side, lap after lap. Travis Martin loving it in his rearview mirror. Parker trying to elbows out a little bit for corner entry. Moves J Munch up the hill. J Munch tucks in for 3rd spot behind Parker. Bill Rivard reeling him in the Mountain Dew Chevy. Code red on the car this week. See if Parker is able to run down Martin now that he's finally single file as the 19 of Wilkinson brushes the wall. Bill Rivard starts to work on the 69 of J Munch. Rivard edges ahead at the line. J Munch try to drive it in deep there, keep the momentum up. Parker is closing in on our leader, Travis Martin. Parker able to run just a little bit lower through 3 and 4. Seems to gain him a little bit of speed. Keep an eye on the race lead. Now that's singled out. Parker enters about the same spot Ghostman does, but then drives it down the hill. He's got that front bumper alongside. In lap 15 of 155. Shout out D-Waddy Bama, 10% of the way through the race.
Sorry. No, all good. Didn't look like your fault.
Jeremy Scherer has fallen back. 15 off the pace.
It was really bad getting off the turn.
Let's try to see if we can find what happens to him. It shows us a completely different race car. Makes sense. So he went for a little grass ride. Montrose and Margison got a little contact and came down into Scherer, sent him through the grass, dropped to the back of the pack. Didn't look like any significant damage, able to continue. Still running out there on the lead lap. Hopefully he'll be able to catch back up. Meanwhile, Wes Parker has gotten by Travis Martin. Now Martin riding right in his tire tracks. Third place now, Bill Rivard. Hayden Lowell starting to work his way back up to the 4th spot. The inside of Jay Munch. Saw Lowell drop back early, may have been on tire save mode. Now that the run's coming along, 5 car coming to life. Up to the 4th spot now. Looks like Clint Roberts trying to go with them. He was started outside the top 10 up to the 7th spot. Roberts inside the 19 of Wilkinson. Trying to get that 6th spot away. Started 11th, starting to come forward in the 87 machine. If he can get that 6th spot away, be up 5 spots. Biggest mover so far, 4 machine Cody Cleaver, up 6 spots into the top 10. And Clint Roberts moving his way forward. And then unfortunately we saw Jeremy Scherer take that right through the grass. As the 27 is around in the background. Brandon Bikey.
Another one.
Bikey getting sent there. See if we can find what caused that to happen to the 27, but the yellow does not come out. It looks like netcode between the 45-27 sends the 27 around. Let's take off our biggest movers. There we go. Go to a far chase. See what we can see from up here. Looks like the 45 gets into the 27 in the left rear and sends him. Bikey not going to be too pleased with that. Comes down pit road. Gets to his pit box. Parker out front. Martin in second. I believe Bikey is the first car to have a pit stop for the race. Looks like he's repairing damage as he's been in the pits longer than the 14 seconds required to change 4 tires. Meanwhile, Hayden Lowell, Bill Rivard getting real close together there. Bill moved up the track a bit. Not sure if there was contact, but it was darn close if it wasn't. Yeah, J Munch and Wilkinson battling it out for the 5th spot. Clint Roberts, Mike Edwards, and Ethan Evers watching from behind. Edwards may have rushed the wall a little bit there. Might give Edwards a run on him. See the 14 dive to the bottom. Edwards not able to keep the momentum up. Something happened to the 19 there. He got a little wobbly out of the corner. He's going to lose at least 2, if not 3 spots. So Ethan Evers is going to try to get through as well. Evers not able to get alongside as Roberts nearly makes contact with the 69 of J Munch.
Give me a flag for quit.
Roberts had to lift a little bit.
Kentucky fast.
Oh, the 19 and 14. Edwards and Wilkinson nearly make contact. These guys are working hard out there.
Tight there.
A lot going on at once all of a sudden. Roberts wants to get by that 69. Edwards side by side with Wilkinson again. Ethan Evers now to the outside of his teammate. That'll move the 8 car up to the 8th spot. Love that synergy. Remember Hayden Lowell dropping back early? Back up to the 3rd spot. Starting to reel in Travis Martin. You got Bill Rivard riding in 4th. Clint Roberts in the top 5. J Munch, Wilkinson, Evers, Edwards, and Cleaver, your top 10. Wilkinson closing in on the back of the 69, J Munch. Let's take it down to the inside. Starts to drift up the track. Has to lift to stay off the side of the 69.
Well, me and JR want to play with you.
Sounded awkward.
So does my full field.
JR has a car that will disable your force field.
Evers and
Sorry, 15
Edwards both coming down pit road, lap 28. Looks like their teammate in Jeremy Scherer has come down as well. So the Fort Worth Screen Boys all coming down on 28. Sure, they're taking 4 tires and fuel here. Can tell you Bikey has retired from the race. Bikey will finish 22nd. Leaders flash by to put those Fort Worth boys a lap down. They're going to be hoping it stays green. Roberts to pit road in the 87. So 1 lap later for Clint Roberts coming down. And let the pit strategies begin. Looks like maybe the 45 Will Spark coming down pit road. He was just up into the top 10. Running 9th when he pitted. Parker continues to lead. Here comes Hayden Lowe, bringing the 5 car down. First car out of our top 5 to come down. Hayden Lowe pits on lap 30. So Hayden brings his car to his crew. Check out the action on track. This wad of cars. Quite the little pack. JR Deal, Jake Lawrence, Nathan Lafayette, Mark Dingman, Will Asherbrenner.
You're good.
See the 82 having a bit of a blink. Scott Elston on pit road, 85 machine. So Hayden Lowell, first car to complete the pit cycle and get back out. He's currently in, well, he was 15th, but then Clint Roberts gets on by him. So Clint Roberts is the highest car that has already pitted. 55 Marterson on pit road. Looks like you got Wilkinson, Bill Rivard coming down, Travis Martin. So the 10 tenths team, all 3 of them. JR stays out. He's also one of the teammates, but he decided not to pit with the team.
69 pit this time.
There's J Munch coming down this time, he says. We'll keep an
Trouble
eye on our
here,
leader.
man.
Wes Parker probably going to come down. Looks like he's slowing out, coming out of 4. Brings the 22 down. Gets all he can on pit entry. So leader Parker is in. J Munch, the 4 of Cleaver, the 9 of Deal, 68 of Lawrence, the 82 stays out. Mark Dingman staying out will take over the race lead. And then blink. I promise you there's a leader around there somewhere. There he is. Nope, there he went. There he is again. There he went. There he is again. There is a Mark Dingman on track, I promise. Everyone else has pit, so Mark Dingman going 1 lap later than everyone else, coming down on 34. Might be out of fuel. He is going very slow. Or he is being very careful. One of the two. So once everything comes around, Clint Roberts will be your race leader. And shout out to Clint as he takes the race lead, leads a lap officially. He's got Hayden Lowell 2 seconds behind him. Ethan Evers in 3rd spot. Right there with Lowell. Yeah, Martin, Parker, Edwards, Rivard, Wilkinson, Cleaver, and Spark, your top 10 after the pit cycle. There is Hayden and Ethan Evers. Clint now going to be on a little bit older tires, so they're going to start to reel him in, I'm sure. Hayden very good at saving his tire early in the run, though, as you saw that last time around. And then you see behind them Martin and Parker. And Mike Edwards. That's 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think Lowell's on a bit of a tire save strategy. As you see Evers right on his back bumper. And Travis Martin was over 4 seconds back, is catching these two. Here's Mr. Ghostman riding in P4. You try to at least lead one. I don't know. Did you really not get it? I thought you would have led the one before the one where you came in. Travis Martin looking to the inside of Ethan Evers for the 3rd spot. Martin down low through 1 and 2, going to get it done. Evers not putting up much of a fight there. Wes Parker closing in on him now. There's Fort Worth Esports team pitted early. So their tire's a little bit older than the guys that are catching up to him. See Wes Parker looking inside of Ethan. Dang, that sucks, Mark. Thought you would have had it by a lap. These 4 cars all trying to run down Hayden Lowell. They've left Mike Edwards. Edwards now 2.8 seconds back. And this 4-pack is 2 seconds behind Clint Roberts, our leader. Martin trying to take the 2nd spot away from Hayden. Ford, Chevy, and Toyota doing battle here. Lowell fighting back on the high side in that 5. Work their way down into 3 and 4. Parker all the way up by the wall. Lowell running middle, Martin down to the bottom. Parker going to get a good run on him, taking that high line that he took. Now Lowell goes to the top side. Parker looks middle. Lowell starts to run down to take away the middle. Lowell might get by the Ghost Man on the high side here. Parker working that top lane again. Try to keep his nose alongside. Keep the 63 pinned down to the bottom. And he's going to send it down at 1 and 2. Martin has to lift a little bit, and that'll give it to Parker. So there it is. Parker up to P3. Ghostman not able to get second away. This trio has now left the 8 car of Ethan Evers back a little ways. Maybe Evers going into conservation mode. Now Parker sets to work on Hayden Lowell. Looks like he's going to try the bottom after watching the Ghostman struggle to get the bye down there. See him go over the bumps entering turn 1. Your car can get very upset down there. Parker looks like he was trying to use Llewellyn as a bit of a pick. Hayden Lowell gets trapped behind the 23 of Daniel Llewellyn. Lap machine falling back through the front runners. Wes Parker going to use that to his advantage, get by Hayden Lowell. Nothing Llewellyn could really do there. Trying to get out of the way, but the leaders were using all the racetrack. Daniel getting a little out of shape, trying to get out of the way again. It seems right in front of Travis Martin. Martin going to have to go to the high side.
The lap down, Parker, myself, and Travis are all on the lead lap. That's kind of...
Hayden Lowell upset about it.
Tissue?
No, I'm just saying, you know, probably not the smartest thing when we're on lap 46. You have the right, but that doesn't mean it's the right.
The old adage of how hard should a lap car race?
One of those gentleman agreement things.
Well, they've run down Clint Roberts. Wes Parker closing in on the 87. Clint been leading since the pit stops here. One of the first cars to come down pit road. Should be easy pickings for the 22 with the fresher tires, I should say.
Hello.
Surprised Clint didn't say good morning.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
So Wes Parker back to the race lead.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Still no good morning.
Good morning.
There it is. Now I feel good about my life.
Good day.
Wes Parker out front, Clint Roberts second, Hayden Lowell third, Travis Martin fourth, and Ethan Evers your top 5.
Good afternoon.
Evers has Cleaver all over his back end. Cleaver going to go to the high side. Work his way to the 5th spot.
How was Wednesday, Will?
Blockbuster forward.
It's okay.
The joke being there, Will Spark is like 16 hours into Wednesday, or 14 hours into Wednesday already. So they're asking him how his Wednesday is because he's way out in the future.
You know, yesterday was Tuesday, tomorrow's Thursday, so it's the same old.
Because everyone's confused since we run this on Tuesday night.
Can I get a EPA over there?
Parker pulling out, stretching out the lead ahead of Clint Roberts. Lowell and Martin not yet able to get by Clint Roberts. Lowell goes way up to the wall. Travis Martin ducks to his inside.
That worked exactly the opposite of what I wanted it to.
Hayden Lowell should have gone to the high side to get by Clint Roberts. Instead, finds himself in a fight with Travis Martin now.
Oh, we're just racing here, man. This is fun shit. It's fun.
Travis
No, I
Martin.
went to the top because I thought I could get a run on Clint, and you got a run on me.
Go away, Zach.
Hey, it's fun to run the top here.
Why would I want to do that, Will? I'm right behind you now. Go away.
Can tell you that Dingman retired his car officially, so
I don't want to go away. I like it here.
Dingman will be 21st. Bikey will finish 22nd. The rest of the top 20 you see on your screen now.
If you get out of the way, I can go away.
Right at 1/3 of the race complete.
Now you've done it.
First pit cycle kicked off at lap 28, so we'll be looking around lap 56 for this next batch to maybe kick off. Keep an eye on Roberts and the 10/10 machines. Seems like they were the first ones to come down. Take a look at our pit lap real quick. See 29 for Roberts, 28 for Evers. So 56 to 58, that range coming up. Hayden Lowell finally does get by Clint Roberts. Now Travis Martin will try to use a little draft toe to try and get by Roberts as well. Roberts going to hang tough on that outside, keep the bumper alongside, get a good run down the backstretch, and a pull from the 5. I figure the new tires will eventually prevail for the 63. Got a few lap fresher. Good years than Clint Roberts does. And here come the Fort Worth cars again. Ethan Evers, Mike
Can I help
Edwards on pit road at 56.
You're beating a Ryan Newman, and I don't like that.
Margison calling someone else a Ryan Newman. That's entertaining.
What, he's being, slumped over the steering wheel with his head down?
Why am I racing now? I don't see any fans here.
Very next lap, here comes Clint Roberts on
Is this just a
57.
practice session?
Alright, Wesley, look, we get it, you're good.
No, I never said that. I'm just saying there's no fans. Where's the fans?
It's the COVID race.
Bye, Will.
So the 87 Clint Roberts hits pit road.
Well, you got 2 fans for the front brakes, you got 2 for the back brake, you got 1 radiator fan at least, probably a blower fan for the helmet.
Now we're talking car fans. So Evers in and out for his pit stop. Gonna start putting those tires to use. I saw Clint Roberts make his way down pit road. He's heading back out now. I would suspect maybe the 10/10 cars will be next. Keep an eye on the Ghost Man. Don't expect them to maybe 60 to 62. Somewhere in that range. Various pit strategies playing out here at Vegas, always exciting. Love to see how everyone plays their hand. Parker leading over Hayden Lowell by 1.9. Travis Martin right there with Hayden. The battle for second. Cody Cleaver running in the 4th spot, 4.5 seconds behind this battle. Bill Rivard within a second of him. Looks like maybe Will Spark coming down pit road.
Might go low.
Yes, Will Sparks bringing the 45 to pit road. Parker continuing to lead. Been green flag since the start of this one. This is about where I'd expect to see some of the 10-10s machines peel off. Not yet.
Hello, Michael.
Sorry.
Michael. Edward.
It's almost the same.
Goodbye, Michael. I miss you.
Bye. I'm pitting, Travis. I'm pitting.
It's like Hayden
Wow.
coming down. Bill Rivard on pit road in the 10. Now Hayden peels off into 5.
Start running it.
So Hayden Lowell peels
Because I
off
have
from 2nd.
0.3 of a gallon of fuel left.
So interesting that the 63 able to go further. If he is indeed sitting with that little amount of fuel left. Martin stays out another lap.
I'm gonna be pitting in, Bill, just so you heads up.
Martin
Zero.
pits. 55 comes on pit road from the 8th spot. Parker stays out. Martin stays out. Cleaver stays. J Munch, Wilkinson, Deal, Lawrence. They're not even to pit road yet. Margerson and Elston both on pit road. The Meatball Boys, 11th and 12th.
I overshot my box, and then I was too far right. I was so much.
I'm pitting, Clint. I'm pitting.
So who's pitting near Clint? Looks like Ghostman, Travis Martin. Bringing a 63 to pit road from the 2nd spot. Looks like Wes Parker also on pit road. First and 2nd hit the pit road. Cleaver and J Munch stay out. Cleaver going to take the race lead in the 4. Justin Wilkinson, 19's also hit pit road.
Ethan, I'm pitting this time. I'm gonna stay low. Careful.
So we got a bunch more coming. See if the 4 comes. Yep, leader. Cody Cleaver to pit road. 2nd place, J Munch going with him. Here's J Munch. JR Deal. See what he does. Comes to pit road. As does the 68. Bring quite a few drivers down pit road, and I believe the 00 of Nathan Lafayette, 2 Extreme Motorsports driver.
Hello, William.
Lafayette takes over the race lead.
Hello.
William Asherbrenner now in
Goodbye.
2nd.
Driver 0 pitting.
Here Lafayette calling himself to pit road.
I will admit I had a brown pants moment.
Lafayette coming to pit road. Asherbrenner pitting as well. Believe that'll hand the lead back to Clint Roberts in the 87. Roberts across the line leads that lap, so no lap led for Lafayette there. Roberts makes his way by JR Deal coming off pit road. Roberts now out front
Travis,
by
it's end of
6.6
78,
seconds over Wes Parker.
End of 77, so 77 and a half is half the lap, so end of 77, beginning of 78.
10-4, thank you.
Beep beep, happy beep.
Hey, beep beep, happy feet. Wes needs to stop showing off and get to work. He doesn't need to be like Larson this year. Oh man. Are you his painter? Would be my guess. I believe Autumn is the name. Clint Roberts continuing to lead. But that lead is shrinking quickly. You saw it was over 6 seconds now, down to 5.1. Roberts now on the oldest tires.
Wesley, I need you to slow down a couple tenths for the next 10 laps, please.
Nice. Good to actually meet you, Autumn.
Got a flat right front right now. Got hit.
Thanks, Michael.
Parker making jokes
Yes,
about a
sir.
flat right front. As you see him reeling in our leader, Clint Roberts. Let's go on board and watch him reel in Clint from the roof of his car. See if you can see him yet. One of those two red cars across the line up there, that is the leader. Clint is the front one. So not quite able to see him just yet through the corners. Just on the straightaway, you can see him pop up there. But it won't be long. You can see him heading through 3 and 4 up there. We'll ride along.
Thanks, Ethan. No problem.
You can see that gap visibly coming down lap by lap, but also in your scoring pylon, 3.4, 3.3, 3.2.
Wow.
Time just melting away. Clint trying to win the stage. Stage would be, I believe, he just said 77, but I think in my math it would be 78. Because it's 77 and a half, so it'd be 78. Now down to 2.4. Can tell you Hayden Lowell just got by Ethan Evers for the 4th spot. We're watching Wes Parker in the 22 reel in the leader, Clint Roberts. 2 lap machines between them. Looks like JR Deals going to the inside of Clint Roberts. Now 1 lap car between them. Stage lap approaching quickly. Clint trying to get to that stage. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Wes is just getting there way too fast. That red and white Chevrolet on the outside, that is your race leader. Being caught rapidly by Wes Parker in second.
Who's hitting this time around?
Parker has caught Scott Elston in the 85. Elston currently in 15th spot, 1 lap down. First car lap down. See the 2-car Ian Montrose peeling off for a pit stop. And there's your race leader. Clint would have to go 2 more laps ahead of him, but I don't think that's going to happen. Clint tries to take the line away from Parker. Parker should just be able to basically turn left and drive by him. Or take the high line if he has to.
You better not pass me.
Yeah, he's going to take the high line, I thought so.
Pass him, right here, right now. It's for a stage point, Cody.
Parker with the crossover
You
coming
need to
off.
find a
Clint
wall.
tries to block it.
Sorry.
I hope Clint knows he has to
What
block
a
him for one
jerk.
more lap.
Block another grass, Cliff. Or Clint.
Well, now Travis and I are going to have a discussion.
Cliff.
Because I usually do 78, and he said 77.
Your new name is Cliff.
And it's going to be a different answer on 78. As Wes Parker crosses the line in the lead on 78. Drivers getting halfway points. Top 10.
You on new tires, Daniel.
Parker getting 10, Roberts 9, Martin 8, Lowell 7, Cleaver 6, Evers gets 5 points, Rivard 4, Wilkinson 3, Edwards gets 2 points, and J Munch gets a point. Once again, that's unofficial. We'll have to confer with Travis Martin on that one. Someone do the math for me. What's 56 plus 28? See if those Fort Worth boys stick to their plan. Hayden Lowell rallying the 4th spot right now. And green flag since the start, already halfway through this one. Cleaver riding top 5. Bill Rivard P6. Wilkinson 7.
You
Edwards
walk
and J
by,
Munch
Daniel?
battling for 8th. J Munch on fresher tires, going to get by. Foncans, thank you for
I'm
the
not
follow.
trying to race
Appreciate
it,
it.
Nathan. If you can get a nose in or something, I'll let you have it. I know you're on a bit of pressure tires in there.
J Munch up to the 8th spot.
Okay.
Edwards and Evers falling back a little bit. Currently 9th and 10th. Let's check our pit lap now that things have calmed down. Let's see, 57 for Roberts, 56 for Edwards and Evers. So these two sliding back do have the oldest tires on the track right now. Battle for the 6th spot. Bill Rivard can run down Justin Wilkinson in the 19.
15 cutting.
Here come Edwards and Evers. Right on cue. Lap 82 making their way to their pit stalls. See them pop up in the air on the right side. Then our left sides will pop up. Too bad we can't see the pit crews, but you know, take what we can get. At least we get live pit stops. Down and away for the 8. Tires and fuel for both. They head back out on the track.
Sitting.
Like Clint Roberts. Watch him peel off turn number 4, get down to pit road speed. Downshifting to get to the line right there. The yellow cone's where you have to be at pit road speed. Clint Roberts out of 2nd place.
Sorry, I saw you coming and got out of the gas, but I'm sorry.
Roberts has been pitting 1 lap after the Fort Worth cars every time. So he's right on schedule as well. Slides through his
Clint,
box,
if you're
got
gonna
to
make
back
it on
up.
one stop, dude, you gotta save.
He had to back up. Overshot the box a little bit. Hear him talking about having to save.
That is true.
That is true. Wes Parker, any race leader. Out in front by 3.8 seconds over Travis Martin.
You're good, bud.
The Ghost Man kind of running all alone. Got a couple lap cars with him, but nobody for position. And Hayden Lowell currently in 3rd. He is
Where are we racing next week?
4 seconds back of Martin. 8 seconds back of Wes. Cody Cleaver in 4th in the 4 car. 1.9 seconds back. Justin Wilkinson's currently 5th.
Travis, I'll stay high here.
Wilkinson is reeling in Cleaver.
Next week is Michigan.
Series heads to Michigan next week.
Thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Bill Rivard in the 10 car. Riding in the 6th spot. Got J Much behind him. Driver of the 69 painted that 10 car. And, well, also the 69. Painted both them cars. J Much to the inside of Bill Rivard, trying to get that 6th spot away. And gets it cleanly. Now Elston and Lafayette. This would be a battle for the 12th spot.
All right, Cody, you put me 3 wide.
Looks like Elston's already gotten by. Or Lafayette's already gotten by Elston.
You want new tires again?
Gonna find any battles we can. The fresh tire boys, Edwards and Evers back 16th and 17th.
Just go.
Travis Martin putting in a little dent, just a little dent, into Wes Parker's lead, down under 4 seconds now. Still 3.7, but progress being made. 20 cars still running in this one. Only 2 retirees. 21st place Mark Dingman, 22nd Brandon Bikey, taking their cars to the garage. Wes Parker, your race leader in the 22. Right on board with him for a lap. Let Parker take us around for a lap of Las Vegas. Pinnacle Racing and Fabrications. Start finished, and here we go down into turn number 1. Get the wide arc, drop it down. He's going to run the second groove, looks like, getting the left sides right by that white hash. Drifts it back out to the wall and exit. Opens the steering up. Keeps it from getting pinched too much. Just going to run the white line down through 3 and 4, all the way to the bottom. Back out to the wall, drops down to the line. And that is a lap around Las Vegas as we hear Hayden Lowell bringing his 5 machine to pit road. So Lowell pitting out a 3rd. Trying to undercut the front 2. See how long before Parker and Martin come down with the 3rd place machine. Opting for service. Nine cars currently on the lead lap with the pit cycle in progress. Lowell able to get stopped in his box this time. You see Will Spark in the 45 heading back out. He's pitted that machine. Wes Parker coming down the lap after Hayden Lowell. Parker not wanting to take any chances. Travis Martin's going to stay out on track, take the race lead in the 63. Justin Wilkinson also to pit road in the 19. Bill Rivard in the 10. Pit road business picking up. Martin likely to come down, I believe, this lap. Be shocked if he doesn't. Alright, I'm going to be shocked. Ghost Fan stays out, going to run it long. Cleaver in the 4. Takes over 2nd. J Much moves to 3rd. JR Deal in the Little Caesars hot and ready machine takes over the 4th spot. Hi there, how's it going? Jake Lawrence currently in the 5th, the Green Ranger in the 68. Got that Dragon Zord power this week. Clint Roberts is in 6th. So Martin, your race leader. 45 is going to blow by him on the fresh tires. Will Spark will go from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Elston in the 85 peels off the racetrack for pit road. Martin up by 6 seconds over Cody Cleaver.
Yeah, take it low.
I'm pitting, Nathan.
That is Travis Martin bringing it to pit road. Ghostman finally brings her down. It's going to hand the race lead to Cody Cleaver. Cleaver takes over control of this one. J Munch stays out. J Munch up to 2nd spot. Should the yellow come out, Hayden Lowell's first car 1 lap down. We get the lucky dog.
Jesus, Cody.
Here comes J Munch. Brings it to pit road.
My bad, I didn't realize you were as close as you were.
Cleaver on pit road. J Munch on pit road. That should hand the race back over to Clint Roberts. He passes the 2 on pit road. So as we start lap 100, race leader Clint Roberts, JR Deal in 2nd, but I believe JR still needs to pit. Not quite sure where he stands at the moment. And Wes Parker, Lafayette, Edwards, Evers.
Thirty-one's pitting. 31 pitting.
Ashenbrenner pitting from the 11th spot this lap. JR Deal just pit out a 3rd. And Parker already only 2.4 seconds back of Roberts. I believe some of these guys are going long on their runs. Are going to have to hope for that late race caution. Lafayette bringing the 0-0 down out of 3rd. As Lowell and Edwards flash by.
Thanks, Ethan.
Travis Martin getting by Ethan Evers for the 5th spot. Curious to see when the 8 and 14 have to come down pit road. They've been the first ones to kick off our cycle every time. Laps winding down, been green since the start of this one. Strategies abound here at Las Vegas. Clint Roberts, race leader, getting caught quickly by Wes Parker. Parker catching our leader in that Cardinal Chevy in a hurry. Roberts looks like he has a little bit of right rear damage.
That's Michael.
Can't be helping him. Parker will go to the high side. Parker changes his mind, goes to the low side. See Parker heading on by. And Roberts has right side damage. You see the right front and right rear on that car having damage. Couldn't have been very helpful to Clint. Now Wes Parker will set sail in that white 22 Toyota.
I'll give you the inside of 3, Clint.
Clint has 6 seconds over Hayden Lowell in third. And Travis Martin and Hayden Lowell relatively close to one another. See that bright yellow and blue machine up ahead on the inside? That is Hayden.
Yep.
Monster is getting out of the way in the number 2 Monster Ford. These two will be doing battle for the third spot if Martin can catch up to him.
Okay.
Martin clears the lap machine of Montrose. Now he has Hayden Lowell in his sights. Stay on board here as everything else is pretty well spread out. Although Bill Rivard is passing Ethan Evers at the moment. Rivard up to the 7th spot. Travis Martin reeling in Hayden Lowell. Going to look to the inside. I think that's going to be about all she wrote. As we have a wreck right in front of him.
That was terrifying.
Hayden Lowell.
Sorry to squeeze you. I didn't see that till the last second.
Margison going around in the 55. Yikes. Let's see what happens to the 55 of Margison right in front of that battle we were watching. Try to grab a far chase look here. Slow it down
I
a
knew
little
green
bit.
all the way was too good to be true.
As the yellow flies and throws havoc into everyone's pit strategy.
Same.
Clint, this helps you.
Margison comes up on the 15 of
Sorry,
Jeremy
Zach.
Scherer.
It does help. I was still curious to see where I would have cycled out at the end.
It looks like they were kind of heading for the same real estate, made contact.
I'm not good on fresh tires against you guys, though, so either way, I'm probably going to finish around the same spot.
Very close for Travis Martin and the 5 of Hayden Lowell. Close call there. So our first yellow of the race at lap 108. Now we have pit stops. Wes Parker going to lead him down. See the rest of the lead lap cars in tow. Clint Roberts gets to pit out a second. Probably going to take his fast repairs. That 87's got some damage to it. Let's see if we can grab a on board with him.
Okay, dog going on.
Keep an eye, see if that damage suddenly fixes itself. It does not. Interesting. So I guess Clint has already used his. Jump on pit road cam, see who wins the race down pit road. Staying out, Cody Cleaver and Will Spark.
That was on me, Jeremy. I just slid up into you. It's all my fault.
22 leads the race off pit road. Wes Parker holds serve. Clint Roberts second. Travis Martin, Hayden Lowell, Justin Wilkinson, Mike Edwards, Bill Rivard, Ethan Evers, Jay Munch, Jake Lawrence, Jeremy Scherer, Zach Margerson, J.R. Deal. 15 cars on the lead lap. Cars in front of Cleaver, if they pit, they'll go a lap down. It's like Jeremy Scherer, Margerson went ahead, opted to pit anyway. So those cars are going to go back a lap down. JR Deal, currently the only car looking to take the wave around to get on the lead lap, and then looks like Will Asherbrenner wanting to take one to go from 2 laps down to 1 lap down. Those two cars between the pace car and our race leader, they'll get waved around with 1 to go.
Can we just, there's a thunderstorm on the way, guys. Sorry, we gotta call it.
Will Spark saying there's a thunderstorm. He gets to finish
Lightning
second.
in the area? Yeah.
Trying to get that Justin Haley victory with the Lightning. Something tells me it's just not going to work out for him that way. So we can go down and chat with Clint for a minute.
Christopher Bell will be sponsored by Yahoo.
Clint,
in a
DG,
couple
got a
of
copy?
races this season.
I do. What's up?
So did you already burn that fast repair?
No, I haven't used
That
it yet.
website still exists?
My theory in all these races is that if I use my fast repair
Apparently.
early, I'm going to get involved in a wreck. So I'm saving it for my last pit stop.
Fair enough. I thought maybe it might be costing you a tiny bit of speed and you might want to try to get a little bit of quickness out the way this has been green the whole time, but I understand that strategy as well. You think you got anything for him with the new tires? I heard you say you're not that great against him on the new tires. So what are you feeling?
Yeah, no, if I'm going to do anything in this race, it's going to have to be on strategy. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll see.
I mean,
I just can't. I don't have the speed on first tires against these guys.
that's how I got my wins here, just dumb luck on strategy. Once I had an extra set of tires other people's didn't, and once I had enough fuel that other people didn't. So it's all about luck.
Well, I'm looking at the lap count. I'm fully aware that we cannot make it on one run, so I'm going to try to use that to my advantage, and hopefully we'll see what happens.
10-4. Well, good luck to you, bud.
Thank you.
That's Clint Roberts in that 87 Cardinals machine. Had some time in the lead today through pit strategy. Now finds himself in the 4th spot. As the yellow came out, the front row stays out under this caution. So Cody Cleaver in the number 4 and Will Spark in the 45. Teammates at Blockbuster Racing will be the front row. Control car will be the 4 of Cody Cleaver on the inside. Once the pace car leaves the track surface, they can go anytime between then and the green flag. 44 laps to go from Las Vegas. One more pit stop at least remaining.
I have a bad feeling about this for some reason.
Probably because of the old tires out front.
Certainly.
But here we go. Pace car makes that right turn off, or left turn off of the track, and we are set to go. Man, if it made a right turn, that'd be funny. Right into the road, right into the wall. Cleaver gets us restarted. Will Spark, a little bit of a struggle on the high line. Wes Parker in the 22 trying to make quick work of Clint Roberts. Gets him pinned in behind the 45 of Will Spark. Roberts nowhere to go, has to ride behind the 45. Hayden Lowell going to try to take advantage. Moves up to the 4th spot. Cleaver's been a strong car all day, but I just don't think those little bit older tires are going to be the move for him. That's Wes Parker all over the back bumper. Parker and Hayden Lowell. Travis Martin's gotten by Will Spark up to the 4th spot. Parker takes over the race lead from Cody Cleaver. There's a scramble behind him. Hayden Lowell trying to get inside Wes Parker coming off the corner. Got 3 wide behind him as Will Spark falling back on the older tire. Hayden Lowell moves into 2nd. Travis Martin now draws alongside the 4 of Cleaver. Mr. Ghostman taking it to the bottom there. A couple Fords doing battle in the top 5. Ghostman gets through. Here comes Edwards in the 14, trying to get 4th spot away. Edwards riding that bottom line through 3 and 4, going to wrestle away 4th spot from Cleaver. I got a battle for the lead. Hayden Lowell on the top side, Wes Parker down low. Lowell noses out ahead, across the line. Parker back to the bottom, trying to hang tough. Across the bumps through 1 and 2. Car drifts up a little bit. Had to get out of the gas to stay off the door of the 5, and that's going to give the lead to Hayden Lowell. Lowell takes it single file down into 3 and 4, holding the race lead. These two have 3/10 over Travis Martin. Martin has a mirror full of Edwards and Evers. Parker looking to the inside of Hayden. Just filling up his mirror, letting him know he's there. Parker catches a piece of the apron that pushes him out wide. Going to give Lowell a little bit of breathing room. Meanwhile, Edwards and Evers doing battle for the 4th spot. Ethan trying to pass his teammate on the high side. Ethan makes it work, gets around Mike Edwards. Clint Roberts, who we chatted to under yellow, sits in the 6th spot. Justin Wilkinson is 7th. Bill Rivard getting by Cleaver. That is for the 8th position. It's Cleaver just sliding back on those tires, trying to maintain what he can. It's a tough task. J Munch looks to his inside to get 9th spot away. He will get that move done. His teammate not faring any better. Just gave up the 11th spot to Jake Lawrence. Will Spark starting on the front row back to 12th, and Cleaver starting 1st back to 10th. Lowell's pulled out 4/10 over Wes Parker as Travis Martins ran down the 22. He's brought Evers and Edwards. Sounds like a law firm. Brought them with him. Wes Parker running the middle. Travis Martin very aggressive through 1 and 2. Just starting to look to the bottom. Maybe Martin knows he doesn't have to save his tire as much. 2 shorter runs here. Get him to the end. Meanwhile, Edwards and Evers side by side again. 2 teammates battling it out. Edwards to the bottom, gets backed by Evers. Martin looking for any amount of space he can find to get around Wes. So peaked to the high side that time. Evers going to roll the top and try to get back by his teammate Michael Edwards. And Evers completes the pass. Now Martin goes looking to the top side of Wes Parker. Parker drifts up a little bit, but Martin having none of it. Sticks his nose in there, getting alongside Wes Parker. Strong move by the 63. Parker trying to make that car a bit wide, trying to take some air off the nose. Unable to do so. Ghostman gets it done. Travis Martin to P2. Now he is 1 second behind Hayden Lowell. See if he can run him down. Got Bill Rivard and Clint Roberts doing battle for the 7th spot. Bill gets clear and starts to drift up the track, causing Clint to check up a little bit. Clint being nice to him, giving him some space. Justin Wilkinson's caught the back of Mike Edwards. Got 4 Toyotas and a WAD there, 3rd through 6th.
Clint, now is the time to execute Order 66.
Wilkinson trying to get to the high side on the 14. Mike Edwards then decides to try and pass Ethan Evers on the bottom since he was down there anyway. Justin Wilkinson thought it was a good idea. He's going to try to go with him. 14 and the 19 trying to get by the 8 of Evers. Laps winding down quick here at Vegas. We're on lap 124 of 155. Leader Hayden Lowell has 8/10 over Travis Martin. Wilkinson, I believe, is now clear. You can come on up. Evers going to try to look for a crossover, get the run off the high side. Gets his bumper alongside Wilkinson. He's going to try to send it back down in 1. Trying to fight back. Evers gets a little tight across the bumps. That's going to push him up the track. Has to get behind Wilkinson. That's going to give Rivard a run. The Code Red Mountain Dew machine. See where he takes the run. He digs to the bottom down in 3 and 4. Not quite able to get alongside. Evers will hold serve for now. Roberts and J Munch doing battle for the 8th spot. Roberts struggling a little bit on those fresher tires. It's like the 9 of JR Deal. Bringing the Little Caesars Toyota to pit road with 30 to go. Trying to get that short pit and have the best tires. It's a lot like what I would be doing. JR deal to pit road. Lowell stays out. Wilkinson to pit road in the 19. First car of our top 10 to come down. Everyone does have to make a pit stop in this last green flag run if we stay green. JR with the F. Did you speed? Oh, yep. You're going past 14 seconds. He sped. Rip. So JR deal taking himself out with a pit penalty. Unfortunate for JR. See Justin Wilkinson's on pit road with the jump cams here. There he is. Getting right sides there. See if anyone follows suit. I like the move, JR. Looks like Cleaver's coming down pit road in the 4. So Cleaver and Wilkinson will be the ones to keep an eye on.
Donna, 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 Donna.
They were all running near the front.
Pitting in.
Here pitting in, I believe that was Evers. 8 car slowing down, coming out of turn number 4. See the 10 Bill Rivard locking up the rear tires. He comes down as well. Mike Edwards going to be just ahead of them. So the Fort Worth teams and Bill Rivard coming down pit road. Hayden Lowell staying on track. So we got about 5 cars going for that short pit strategy. This is going to be interesting. Travis Martin just worked his way back up to the back bumper of Hayden Lowell. Bringing Wes Parker with him. Gap was 8 tenths, down to 2 tenths. Lafayette going to pit out of the 11th spot. Let's check our pit lap, but I believe the closest car to the front is going to be Wilkinson at the moment. Wilkinson in 9th. This first car is already done with their pitting for the race, unless the yellow flies. Wilkinson in the 9th spot right now. I have 6 cars on the lead lap. Parker all over the back of Travis Burton. Here's your top 3, Lowell, Martin, and Parker. They have a healthy lead over J Munch in the 4th spot. 24 to go. Evers back down pit road. Wonder what happened to the 8 car.
5 car pitting, 5 car pitting.
I me too. Yeah.
Hayden Lowell's coming down. 63, Travis Martin's coming down. Wes Parker stays out.
Speeding.
Well, like Ethan Evers got caught. So Lowell, Martin, J Munch, and Roberts all come to pit road.
My bad, Michael.
It's going to leave Wes Parker and Jake Lawrence.
Michael, I'm pitting. Watch out, Michael.
Here comes Wes.
Thank you.
Gets everything he can. 22 to pit road. Race leader Jake Lawrence is going to stay on track. Jake Lawrence takes over the race lead. 68. Jake Lawrence takes command of the race. Still has to pit. Parker hits his box. Let's see where Wilkinson is in comparison. That's the gap to watch. believe Wilkinson's going to get by him, but
Sorry, last minute, sorry.
how far can he get away before Parker with the fresher tires starts to reel him back
Tried
down?
to slow. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Montrose with profuse sorries. Lawrence still leads. Wilkinson now P2. Wilkinson done with his pit stops. 20 to go from Las Vegas. Jake Lawrence not yet made his final stop. Currently 8 cars on a lead lap. Parker the last of those. Roberts first car a lap down. But again, in the middle of pit cycles, Lawrence has not come to pit road yet. Lawrence probably hoping for a yellow. Run that tank dry, why not? Go for it, see what you can get. Wilkinson in P2, Bill Rivard right behind P3. Assuming the 68 pits, that would be the battle for the race lead. About 8/10 between the two. There you see them on screen. Decent sized lead for the 19 of Wilkinson. Rivard currently P3, Mike Edwards be P4. 14 machine. Hayden Lowell in 5th spot. Travis Martin 6th. Cody Cleaver in 7th. You have Wes Parker all the way back in the 8th spot. Wes has got some ground to make up for sure. 17 to go. Suspect Lawrence can go to what, about 12-ish? 12 to 10 laps to go before he needs to pit, so could be a while before we see him in. But he could pit at any time, and here he comes, as we're talking about it. Jake Lawrence to pit road. Decides to give up the ghost on the dream of catching a yellow. Lawrence to pit road. Hits his box. Wilkinson going to take over the race lead in the 19 Rockstar Toyota. Michael Edwards fighting Bill Rivard for that 2nd spot, and here comes Hayden Lowell on the 5. We're going to go 3 wide for that 2nd spot. Hayden Lowell all the way to the bottom of the track, trying to waste no time. Hayden Lowell getting 2 in one corner from 4th to 2nd. Lowell now set sail to try and run down Wilkinson. That's Hayden on the radio saying Justin, come here. Justin being the 19 car on screen. And there's Hayden trying to run him down. Go on board with Hayden. That is the battle for the lead. Wilkinson sees it coming. Not a whole lot he can do. That gap's shrinking quickly. Hayden is there. Hayden Lowell peeking to the inside. Going to take the low side down into 3 and 4. Hayden Lowell going to take control of this race with 14 laps to go from Las Vegas. Can anyone run down Hayden? I think Travis Martin's going to try, but he's got a bit of work to do. He's 1 second back. And still has to get by Wilkinson. If Travis Martin has anything for him. 13 laps remaining.
Sorry, Jake. Fresh start.
No worries.
Martin going to look to the inside of his friend in the 19, teammate Justin Wilkinson. Gets to P2 across the line. Now we'll watch that gap between Lowell and Martin. Martin needs to make up about a 10th a lap if he's going to be able to get there. There is no saving going on now. You're using it up. Made up about a tenth that lap. He might be able to get there. It's going to be very close. If he could keep up that kind of pace and make up those tenths, he very well might. But he is going to have to go like hell. It's like he lost a little bit coming out of turn 2. That's not going to help. He can see him. It's just agonizingly close within a second. But he maintained his lead that time around. Actually lost a little bit, did Martin. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. This battle's still fighting. Wilkinson, Parker, and Bill Rivard, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And then behind them, teammates for 6th. Actually, no, 31's not on the lead lap, sorry.
I'll give you the inside of 3.
Parker able to get clear of Wilkinson.
Thank you.
Rivard trying to get the same. Rivard going to try the top line on Wilkinson. Those guys all singled out. Battle for the lead maintains around 9/10 of a second. At the 31 coming through on fresher tires, but not on the lead lap. Hayden maintaining about that 1 second lead. Travis Martin right in second. Just seeing him so close, but he can't run him down. Wes Parker in the 3rd spot. Just 3 seconds back. Parker is making inroads, but there's only 8 laps to go. He would have to get there in a hurry. Don't think Parker's going to be able to get back there. It's nearly a half second a lap to make up. Wilkinson trying to hang on for 4th. Got Bill Rivard behind him. This is where all the action is the rest of them are all spread out by about a second. Do have Jake Lawrence closing in on Will Spark, taking that spot away. I'll move Lawrence into the top 10. Good run for the Power Ranger. Those 2 cars, the last 2 on the lead lap. Rivard still not able to find a way by Wilkinson. Battle for 4th continues. Wilkinson doing just enough to keep Rivard at bay for now. Laps winding down, only 5 left from Las Vegas. Fort Worth Screen Printing Xfinity Series presented by Mr. Ghostman. Part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. Rivard right there, but just can't seem to get any kind of run on the 19.
Thank you, Nathan.
Appreciate it.
3 to go from the desert.
Daniel, please play nice. Please.
Just Nathan. Just Nathan.
Rivard getting that nose lower. Just can't seem to get that run. He's closest he's been in a while, though.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
was Hayden Lowell asking the 23 to be nice. Crosses the line to get 2 to go. We'll set sail down on the 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, he's going to see the white flag in the air. Barney gives him 1 lap to go. Hayden Lowell happy now knowing that the yellow will not come out and rebunch this field up. Final lap down the back stretch. Nellis straight away one final time. See the fire out the pipes as he lifts for 3 and 4. Want to power down off of turn number 4, come across the line. Hayden Lowell takes the victory in Vegas.
Thanks, everybody. Great win, Hayden.
Great job to the 5 team. Martin gets P2. Parker across in 3rd. Wallen crashes at the end for fun.
I fucking
Wilkinson,
hate
Rafar,
myself, man.
Edwards, Munchell, Roberts, Cleaver, Lawrence. Be your top 10 as Lawrence comes across the line. Here comes Spark to be the last car in the lead lap. On 11th. And that is our race from Vegas. Great job by Hayden Lowell. Very entertaining with all the various strategy. I love when a race plays out like that. Comers and goers, what's going to happen? Who's going to go where? Hayden's already in the waiting room.
Good
Jump
race,
on board with our drone cam here.
Yeah, it's fun, thanks.
Well, burns it down. Giving us a show. Some hard-earned victory donuts. All right, let's go ahead and grab in Wes Parker in the 22. See if we can run him down real quick. There he is. Let's see, instant replay, jump over to TV. All right, let's grab him. Wes DG, you got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, another race, another top 3, another interview. Autumn was hanging out in chat today. That was kind of fun.
Rose said something bad about me.
Only a little bit.
I ain't gonna shout her out now since she was being mean.
She just said you don't have to be Kyle Larson. It's not that mean.
Oh, okay.
Well, bud, you got that top 3. Tell me how your race went.
I mean, it went pretty good and everything, like, I'm glad, we're still running the league and everything, and people are coming out, enjoying having fun and everything, and, just kind of screwed up on the strategy. I just was just playing around, was going to pit with Travis and Hayden, but I was like, let's just go around again for fun. And where I checked up and stuff, I just lost all that speed. And then when I went to pit the next lap, I was like so far away. So
Doesn't take long.
just no, not really. I just kind of messed up a little bit and wasn't paying attention and just joking around too much and should just went outside and just went full gas on it and seen what happened. But could took 2 tires maybe. I think 2 tires would have just been fine.
It'd have been
But
interesting to see
hey,
how that played out.
yeah. I mean, top 3, it's still good. I mean, that's all that matters.
Team 4. You got any friends, sponsors you want to throw out there?
Shout out to the boys, at the shop, the tents crew, getting the car ready and everything.
It's got to be hard on
Yes,
them. They have to prepare Ford, Chevys, and Toyotas from the same shop. It's got to be
I
difficult.
know. And yeah, and all the Yodas are behind each, or like me and Travis is like bound side by side, and I'm like, You all help me. We're all Toyotas. Travis is a Ford. Don't help him.
Got the corporate situation, you got the teammate situation. It's hard to balance for sure. And like I said, it's got to be tough to prepare 3 different kinds of cars every week.
3 different cars and, different paint schemes. Like last year we was all like working together really good, and I don't know, there might be something stirring in the shop, I guess.
All right, bud. Congrats on your 3rd place finish, another podium for the 22, and we'll catch you back next week.
All right. See ya.
Wes Parker in the 22 getting the job done tonight. P3 for him. Travy Trav DG in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. Well, you brought it home. P2. Heck of a race here. Varying strategies. Really fun to try and keep up with up here in the booth. I'm sure it was just as tough down there in the race cars. Tell me how your night went.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Night went pretty well. Slid through my box once, but we kind of recovered from that. Thanks to that caution. But man, that was a crazy race. I think I lost it on pit exit there. Hayden had such a good pit exit on that last pit cycle that I could never catch back up to him, and I was roasting my tires trying to get back up there.
Yeah, you were making inroads for about a lap, and then it started going the wrong way. It's like, yep, he burned it up.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Well, it looked really fun out there. Obviously, one of my favorite tracks, and as always, strategy came down to it at Vegas, and got yourself a P2. Looked like you knew what you were doing out there, and you got to talk to me at the end of the race. One of your favorite things to do, and certainly one of mine.
Oh,
Love
baby, you
having
got
you
that
here.
right.
Yes, sir. Love your face, love your voice, love everything about you. Thanks
Oh.
for putting on the series for us. You got any friends, family, shout outs you want to throw out?
Of course, man. I gotta shout out my 10/10ths boys. Thanks for the support, guys. McConeySetupShop.com. Use code GHOST for 10% off of your total order. Let's see. We got 23 graphics on the car with that awesome scheme. And then, of course, my brother DG Swiss. Thanks for putting on the broadcast, dude. I've after being up there a few times, I know how hard it is to keep the broadcast rolling. So I got even more respect for what you're doing up there. So thank you for that.
I appreciate you, bro. Congrats on your P2 finish. And as I was telling Wes Parker, it's got to be tough for your 10/10 crew preparing 3 different kinds of cars. You got to do the Mustang, the Camaro, and a Supra every week.
We're stacking pennies over here. We just get whatever kind of bodies we can and roll with it.
So the Rick Ware racing strategy.
Exactly.
All right, brother. Congrats on the P2 finish, and we'll catch you back here next week.
Thanks, man. Have a good night. Love your face.
Love you. That's Travis Martin getting it done, bringing him home in P2. We'll get our race winner, Hayden Lowell, in here. Number 5 machine. Here we go. It won't let me drag all of a sudden. There it goes. Hayden, DG, you got a copy?
I gotcha.
Well, the sucky part of winning the race, you have to wait to go last in the interviews, but here you are, finally in here. Congrats.
If that's the cost of winning a race, I will do that every week.
There you go. Congrats on getting the victory tonight. You had a fantastic strategy after that caution, bunched everyone back up, got to pit road, and Travis said getting off pit road was really where you just took off on him. Said you got off pit road fantastically, and just wasn't able to run you back down without burning his stuff up. So that was what he said. Tell me how it felt from inside your car.
Yeah, on the first 2 green flag pit stops, I totally overshot my box both times. It cost me probably 6 or 7 seconds worth of on track time between the 2 of them. Caution saved me. Realized this is going to be either you save 10 laps of fuel, you got to save 25% of your tank, or you go hard for 22 laps, you pit, you go hard for another 22 laps. Figured that was going to be the faster one, so I went hard. Travis and Wesley started catching me there towards the end of it. Pit, got on pit road. Travis beat me on the pit road in terms of time gained lost. And then even out of the box, he gained on me again. But I swung with the amount of green flag exits I've done here, you swing out wide, and then if you cut back in towards the inside wall and just exit as straight as you can, almost like coming off of a corner at Bristol, you gain so much time. And I mean I yarded him, and that was a huge part of getting a gap where I could push but save at the same time a little bit, and we ended up getting this Mark Martin car in the victory lane for the first time this season. I'm so pumped because I suck here at saving tires, and this is awesome to get this car in victory lane. Mickey Mouse win, yada yada yada, whatever, but victory lane, all that matters.
Yes, sir. I mean, at the end of the day, the points pay the same, right?
Exactly.
You still get the trophy. That's all that matters.
Trophy?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You get to take a picture of one and then just pretend it's
Oh.
yours.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Well, the car looks beautiful. You got it to victory lane. You got any friends, sponsors, shout outs you want to throw out?
Madigan Motorsports, as always, for helping me out with a bunch of help me out with some Road to Pro stuff, help me out with some paint schemes. Thank you for putting on awesome broadcasts. It's fun to go back and watch them. Thank you to Travis for helping put on the league. iRacing for just being an awesome, being a sim, awesome depending on the day. But just really, really pumped to get this car in the victory lane today.
All right, that'll do it. Thank you, Hayden. Congrats, and we'll see you back next week.
Thank you very much. I'll be here.
As Hayden Lowell getting the victory tonight in the number 5. Fantastic drive for him. Let's take a look at our final results. Jump on over here, clear our box, and pull up results. Let's actually hit this button, and then we can hit this button, and then we can hit this button. Beautiful. Here's the results from Las Vegas. 155 laps. This is how it ended. Hayden Lowell in victory lane. Travis Martin P2. Wes Parker getting 3rd. Justin Wilkinson, Bill Rivard, your top 5. Mike Edwards, Joel Munchell, Clint Roberts, Cody Cleaver, and Jake Lawrence rounding out your top 10. Page 2, Will Spark. Last car in the lead lap. Then you have Zach Margison, Jeremy Sherrod, Nathan Lafayette, Scott Elston, Ethan Evers, J.R. Deal, William Asherbrenner, Ian Montrose, and Daniel Llewellyn for the top 20. Our final 2 finishers falling out of the race early, Mark Dingman and Brandon Bikey. That is how things wrapped up in Vegas. Thank you guys so much for being here tonight. We do have to say this has been iRacing.com. You can go to that website, pick up a subscription where you can buy these cars and these tracks and come race with us. We would love to have you. Come on over to dgsracing.com. Click on the big red snake to get to our Discord where you can sign up to run the ARCA cars Monday. Tuesday, as you saw tonight, these Xfinity machines. Wednesday, we run a Cup League. Thursday, we have a doubleheader with Super Late Models and the Truck Series. Friday, we do some fun hosted races, give away some iRacing credits. Then Saturday, we go into Legends Series. And then Sunday, we run a Street Stock Series. Come check them all out. We'd love to have you, as we said. Appreciate you so much for being here tonight, and we will catch you back here, hopefully tomorrow in Clint's channel for the Cup race. But if not, we'll be back here in 1 week's time for the Xfinity Series. Thank you so much for watching.